So for me, I knew I wanted to be involved with the MBAA board to some extent. I took a look at this list, and I tried to decide which one of these held the most meaning to me and would allow for the most personal growth and also the most growth in the program. The position that I knew I would be very proud to put on the resume, and for me that was VP of Diversity. So I grew up in a town until I was about 18 that had pretty much zero diversity of any kind. And then I came here to the University of Illinois as an undergrad and found lots of diversity, more than I ever had in my entire life. And I felt like I grew so much more meeting so many different types of people and being surrounded by so many different types of people in my personal life, academic life, professional life. So I took on roles that worked with not only undergrads but also children who were everything from, very, very wealthy, very educated kids to kids that had very poor academic programming and very low family income. And I got to engage with just so many of these people and seeing how much they wanted to learn from one another and see what they could get from their community. And the more I went on, I got involved with another program that helps kind of engage young girls in STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and saw another opportunity to kind of build up one of those minority communities. And then I got here to this program, and one day while I was at work, some of the international students had come in early, and I decided to leave and go meet them on the quad. And I ended up going with them to McKinley, and then later to, I believe it was Best Buy and some of the other stores. And I realized that this is where I feel like I'm making a difference, I'm helping. I'm making people feel comfortable in a new environment that maybe they didn't feel comfortable in to begin with. So I think that's important to see, all throughout the program and kind of extend that experience throughout the whole 2 years everyone has here, not just at the beginning.
New position on the board,
Yes.
which has been traditionally filled by the Diversity Club and traditionally filled by some of our international students, which has been great. How do you foresee taking on some of that role as far as promoting things like Diwali, Chinese New Year, and some of the experiences? I mean, our international students get the U.S. perspective just by being here on campus, but we're missing out on their perspective without those kinds of experiences. How do you see that continuing?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think for me as a position here in this VP position, it would be to give those people a platform and have them have their own voice through me. I don't want to take that from them. I think it would be my responsibility to make sure that when things like Diwali do come up, I can help them promote it, present it, but in a way that it's not me taking that spotlight away from them, but more directing it towards that group and saying, look at these great things that they have to offer and what they want to do. We want to focus on that and give them their time to kind of promote what they love about their culture and what they're bringing here.
What kind of other activities are you thinking about? Because for this semester, I don't think we actually don't have a lot of diversity program. We have the potluck, and then we have the Diwali, and I think that's it. Anything else you think about we can have any new programs or activities?
Yeah, absolutely. So I agree with you. The only one I can think of off the top of my head was the potluck and then Diwali coming up.
Yeah.
I would like to see a lot more focus around holidays that really matter to people. One that I think would be interesting is doing some sort of gift exchange, maybe around the winter time to kind of emphasize maybe different holidays around the world that happen kind of in that season. I would just like to see maybe even some more like panels and informational sessions where we can kind of have people from all different backgrounds, everything from people from different countries to the LGBTQ community to kind of speak about their experiences and just kind of have an open flow of information.
This is sort of a new role that we just created right now. So what do you see your role as being? Is it to create these diversity events? Is it push for diversity messaging, like the newsletter or the mails that go out? Or what do you see your tasks as being?
So on the two things that you just said, I would like to say both. Especially because if the diversity club is kind of being dissolved and I'm supposed to kind of push forward the events that they used to host, I definitely think it would be my responsibility to make sure those events, get off the ground and really get forward, but also to kind of definitely push that message right from orientation all the way up until graduation that, no matter who you are, you're kind of welcome, you matter, and your place here is important.
I have to I mean, Chris and Ali already said that this is a new position. Specifically, adding on to Ali's question, which MBA board members do you envision, you would have to collaborate with the most or something? something like that? Like, have you even thought about it in terms of basically
So you're asking who I think I'll have to collaborate the most
in
with?
a position or like because the diversity club basically collaborated with VPA programs and VPA communication, but now that you will be in the board and sitting in the weekly meetings, that I mean, and you will be interacting with the rest of the board,
Mhm.
you will have a chance to basically push your agenda in a more democratic way, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I definitely see myself obviously working with a little bit of everyone, but obviously social planning and communications is always a given, but social planning and programs to really make sure, like I said before, that these aren't just ideas that everyone has, but they're actually being created to events that people can actually attend. Do you have a question?
Your speaker spoke about social diversity. Do you have any specific experience of working with people of different cultural diversities, given that now it's going to be a one-person position, and there are different cultures that come in. So earlier you had a club, you had people who would help you. Now you would be the sole responsible person. So do you have any experience, or if not, then how do you wish to tackle that, or you hope to tackle that?
Yeah, so I've never had a position specifically related to diversity, but in undergrad I held a position for about 3 years where I was in charge of a lot of undergraduate volunteers for my group. And because of the major that the organization was associated with, we had a lot of people from a lot of different countries, a lot of different backgrounds, people from Illinois and all over different countries. And so I worked from freshmen to seniors, everything in between, and so I really got kind of that perspective of a lot of different people in that sense. Unfortunately, they were all STEM majors, so I kind of had that engineering focus, but now I kind of want to take that and translate that into business, but also keep that kind of cultural and geographical diversity in mind.
I have a question. So one of the reasons we wanted to bring diversity on board was that we wanted to think beyond events. Like we wanted to involve diversity inclusion in everything that the program does and the board does, right?
Yes.
So do you have any ideas on that front, like thinking beyond the events?
Yeah, so one thing that I actually have here like printed out that I've seen a few times around the internet is changing kind of the rhetoric and the language from diversity and inclusion to equity and justice. And it kind of talks about that shift of not just, like you said, the image, like the example they use here is diversity asks who's in the room, equity responds who is trying to get into the room but can't. And so taking into account not only, that face value, but really digging deeper into those issues and wondering, if this is a problem, where is it coming from, and how do we actually solve it instead of just touching on its surface level.
Other questions?
Thank you.